morning to everyone for the wonderful gathering for the Faculty Development Program on Cybersecurity and Blockchain Technology in association with CSE Mumbai Chapter and Institution Innovation Council of Arunai Engineering College and Cyber Club of Arunai Engineering College. I take immense pleasure to invite our Vice Chairman, Engineer E.V. Kumaran sir, and our respected Registered Dr. R. Satyasilan sir, and our respected Principal Dr. R. Ravichandran sir for their wonderful presence. I feel proud to welcome today's Chief Guest, Dr. Ravi Prakash, Associate Professor, Head and Training Placement Cell, KC College of Engineering and Management Studies and Research from Maharashtra. I welcome you, sir. The aim of the Faculty Development Program is to improve the teaching learning process of the faculties by applying or by taking different kinds of academics and panelists from different kinds of industries. So this Faculty Development Program for the 3 days, whatever we have been conducted, the day 3, what we have presently available, definitely will give some input for the faculties, especially on the field of cybersecurity and blockchain technology. So now I feel proud to invite our professor to take over the session. Please, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. And very good morning to all of you. Honorable Chairman, Vice Chairman, President, the convener of this Faculty Development Program, Dr. Kumar. I'm grateful to Dr. Suresh Shah also. He is our Chairman, Computer Society of India. It has been a couple of years since I have been associated with Computer Society of India, Mumbai. And we have tried our best to spread the and share the knowledge of, particularly in the field of computer science and IT, in and out of Maharashtra with this CSI. And it's a privilege to be part of this FDP at your college, sir. So thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. And I'm basically a teacher, and at the same time, I would like to share this, that I am the demonstrator of active learning also. So when we talk in outcome-based education, and particularly when we try our best to ensure outcome in the teaching learning practices, so we are in practice to adopt various pedagogies, right? So gaming is out of one of a very prominent pedagogy when we get into the teaching and learning practices. So when I was talking to Dr. Kumar before this FDP, so I had requested him if I can include my gaming strategy in this FDP, then probably participants would be able to adopt the same pedagogy in their classrooms also, because in the teaching learning practices, it is most important to involve and encourage learners in the classroom, at the same time out of the classroom also. So the structure of this today's session would be, initially we will be talking on a few concepts of blockchain. I'm sure in last 2 days you might have gone through so many things, so many aspects and various dimensions of blockchain and cybersecurity. So initially in the 15-20 minutes, we will be dealing with the concepts of blockchain, and then we will switch over to the gaming section, right? So I would request all the participants then just pay attention whatever we are going to discuss in first 15 minutes, right? And I'm also sure that post this session is over, I mean this talk is over, then we'll move to the gaming section, right? So you'll certainly enjoy that. Before this gaming, I'll be posting certain guidelines so that you'll be aware how to play the game, and so that, I mean, you should enjoy that, because wherever or wherever I have conducted this kind of session, including Pan India, I have conducted more than 15 sessions for faculty members and students also. So only thing is that just, I mean, your involvement, right? So be careful on the guidelines, and that's a secret what kind of game we are going to play today. All right. So before that, I'll be posting the guidelines. All right. And we will be here on the Google Meet, but the gaming platform would be WhatsApp, because that is the tool, that is a modern tool which allows this kind of gaming in bulk participation. All right. So, I mean, individually we all can play, that's fine. Individually we can all have the fun, right? But the magic would be different. We all together try to get into the gaming, right? So it's a collective effort. So just a wait of 15-20 minutes, we'll get into that, and you'll see the how it will take a different shape. All right. It's very, I mean, in the field of IT, uh, this emerging technology blockchain, right? It has various applications also. In fact, I tried to point out a couple of dimensions of blockchain. So, in the field of IT, this is the emerging technology. We all are very much aware with that, and we have also observed various applications of blockchain also. The most important aspect of this blockchain is it provides immense security. All right. So uh, conceptually, we talk about blockchain as a database which has encrypted blocks and which has three different segments: data, hash, and fingerprint kind of security it has. So encrypted blocks of data then chains that are putting all together in the chronological order, and single source of truth for the data, which provides immense security out of it. And digital assets are distributed instead of copied or transferred, creating an immutable record of an asset, which makes this blockchain different from other technologies, especially when we are very much interested in the past record, and at the same time, if we take the series of record and considering the anyone randomly, what would be the previous one, what would be the next one, what and how these things are related. uh, it is decentralized, which allows full real-time access and transparency to the public. And it is not only about the public; it is also for the users, the valued users who are going to use this. A transparent ledger of changes preserves integrity of the document, which creates trust in the asset. So this is the very prominent reason why the entire segment of the users, valued users, are switching to this blockchain because of the security and integrity of this data. Its inheriting security measures and public ledger makes it a prime technology for almost every single sector. So sector-wise, as we are talking about, we can get into the finance. It can get into the education system. It can get into the, if I say, in the politics also, because of the only because of the voting. All right. So, but that is something which is debatable. I mean, we cannot ensure that how much efficient the technology would be if we go for the voting also using this blockchain technology. Considering the components of this blockchain network, so it has three segments, right? The blockchain has the a block, right? And one important segment in this block is it has the data in the block, and which has certain limitation also, 32-bit whole block numbers for the name, and hash is the 26-bit number embedded in the nonce, and which must start with a huge number of zeros also, right? So which is again in the encrypted form. So altogether, it has a data, it has a hash, and it has encrypted a segment also, which will identify uniquely every single block. And most importantly, the blockchain has the record of the previous one also. So if you see series of the blocks, so then you will say what will happen in case of first block. The first block has the data, fine. The first block has the nonce also, it is fine. It has hash also, but it has not any record of the previous block. That's why it is called the generic in this block. So this is the way we see the structure of the blocks. Node can be taken as the most important concept in the BT is decentralization, right? So there is no central authority or central governing authority which is going to control the entire segment of this blockchain technology. There is no single or centralized authority who is going to control the entire network of the blockchain. So no one computer or organization can own this chain. All right. So for example, if I talk about the finance, right? So we have the RBI. So RBI has the control over all the banks in our country, right? So this is the centralized organization. This is the centralized structure. All right. So thinking about decentralized, and just think about eliminating the role of RBI over banks. Now how it will happen? So every single bank would be authorized and will behave like an autonomous financial institution, right? So that is the hypothetical concept, but this is the way we can differentiate the centralized system, centralized in finance and decentralization in finance. We'll talk about also in the DeFi in short in next 10-15 minutes, right? So the block has miners also, so which has the resemblance of data mining, the one who mines it continuously, and mining means eliminating unwanted information and try to get into the correct information. So miners create new blocks on the chain through a process called mining, right? When a block is successfully mined, right, if somebody has found it, so when a block is successfully mined, the change is accepted by all the nodes on the network, and miner is rewarded financially also. So you can understand this mining scenario that in a network there are so many blocks, and somebody has mined the block successfully, all right, and since this is centralized, so it has to be acknowledged and it should be informed to all the respective nodes, all right, and once it has been informed and acknowledged, then the operation can be done, can be accepted and proceeded further. So that is the role of the miner. So we were talking about the decentralized finance. The example which I have taken just now, there is a financial institution called Reserve Bank of India, right? And this RBI has control over all the financial institution in this country, all banks, right? And whatever happened, and all the banks are instructed to follow the guidelines of RBI. Okay, so this is under the centralized process, under the centralized structure. Decentralized finance is that the world of financial applications that are built on the blockchain network. We are talking about BT only. So the world of financial applications that are built on the blockchain network. So they are decentralized as the inherent nature of the blockchain allows these applications to operate without intermediaries, right? So eliminating the role of intermediaries means there would be no, there will be no middleman. All right. So the advantage of elimination of middlemen will also allow us to be uh, to have the attitude of the saving all the stuff which are involved, and middlemen also entitled to receive the remuneration. So in that case, end users would be beneficial in that case, right? So in case of decentralization, say there are 10 users, right? And they can communicate, they can ensure that transactions also, and which will minimize the role of the intermediaries. So in this case, financial institution may uh, DeFi applications operate on the Ethereum public blockchain, quite known. These entities in the network, they can well communicate it with each other without role of any intermediary. Smart contracts are like digital contracts. All right. So all the initially we had the collateral in paper, so now they are likely to be in the digital format. And again, the role of intermediary will be minimized over there, and it directly benefits the end user. So roughly the difference between centralized and decentralized framework. So this is the way it works. So again, I'll put the same example. There is a financial institution called the Reserve Bank of India in this country. All the financial institutions called banks we have in this country, and you see all the financial institutions are following guidelines of this centralized authority called RBI, and we are all right. They enjoy the status of autonomy. They enjoy the status of independence also. They can communicate with each other in the peer with in peer to peer. And what would be the role of other in that case? Suppose in the right hand side you see the image where we have six entities, right? So entity one interact with entity two. So what will be the role of other four entities? In case of decentralization, so other four entities will be getting the acknowledgement, right? And as and when required, they will be providing the approval also. what happens in case of blockchain, I mean, you all know that tempering is quite difficult and it takes time also. So if somebody wants to do this tempering or change the data, so there is a voting system also. All the respected users or all the related entities or all the stakeholders are supposed to give the approval. Then only it is possible to do this kind of change in the blockchain network also. So that is the difference between this centralized and decentralized. Again, we have a couple of advantages and disadvantages in that case. So in this DeFi, in the decentralized financial finance, so one of the very prominent applications we saw in last couple of years is called the cryptocurrency. All right. So which says that it is a form of payment that can circulate without the need of a central monetary authority, such as government of bank. And second thing is that it is independent from the geographical condition, right? So this currency is applicable, say in country A, applicable in say country B, applicable in this country C. It is unlike Indian currency than the dollar or rupees or dinar or like that. All right. So instead, cryptocurrencies are created using cryptographic techniques that enable people to buy, sell, or trade them securely. Right? You have this crypto, you can sell it. You need to have it. You can buy it. You need to store it. You can do this thing also with the help of that. And this BT will allow you to have the record of all the previous transactions also. It can also be exchanged for goods and services, the way we do this with the help of conventional currencies. Now they often are used as investment vehicles. Cryptocurrency is also a key part of the operations of some decentralized financial networks, where digital tokens are an important tool for carrying out transactions. Okay, so this is the difference between the conventional currency and cryptocurrency. All right. You can also observe here itself that in case of conventional currency system, there is again a controlling authority RBI possibility to network where digital tokens are important tool for carrying out all the transactions, and it has the record of the previous transactions also. Putting together the security and privacy of this cryptocurrency. So with the help of this BT, one can have the record and observe all the transactions out of it. And how this decentralized finance happens in case of banking, right? So see the difference between these two. What happens in case of conventional banking? In today's financial system, banks are an essential intermediate for financial transactions and transfers. So without banking, not possible, right? We can do this thing with the help of it is different thing. So if we try to put it in the record, we need to get the help of bank, right? If I need to give somebody $100, so I have two options. I can give hard cash, that's fine, it has no record. And if I need to put it in the record, I need to go to bank and will release a check, and the bank will pay the $100 to that person. Or third, I can do this digital transaction. So if I do the digital transaction, it will be in the record. If I release a check, that would be also in the record. All right. You see what happens here. We have the intermediate institution, which is bank, right? So they verify the identity of the sender. I mean, how the process happens. They verify the identity of the sender. Bank knows me because I have an account in the bank. The ability of the sender to make a transfer. Do I have the capacity to give somebody $100? Yes, no. Depends. If I have the balance, I can do. If do not have, then it would be stopped. So, and accuracy of the recipient's address. All right. So it would be verified. Sender's identification would be done. Receiver's identification would be done. In this context, the bank acts as the only trusted third party, right? So without banking, if I need to put in the record, if I need to give somebody, or if I need to receive something from somebody, so I need I need the bank as a trusted third party or intermediary, right? What happens in this another technology, latest one, the blockchain, the code segment called the smart contracts, right? Again, we have the kind of MOU kind of thing, right? Where the rules of the transactions are defined. Okay. In the previous case, probably bank would charge also. So here also we can have this this thing. Uh, this segment, right? So this ensures that transactions are taking place as intended, which eliminates the role of the middleman. All right. So certainly the role of the middleman has been eliminated, and the amount which was considered as an overhead, that has also been minimized, right? So this picture also depicts comparing bank transfers and the Bitcoin. So what happens in case of conventional international bank transfer? I mean, there's an user, there's your bank, there are a couple of intermediate banks also, which takes a couple of days and with charges also. But nowadays it happens in case of BT, it happens in a few minutes only, and uh, significantly the charge also goes down. All right. So there's a difference between these two, the conventional banking system at the international level and the BT transaction at the international level with the help of BT, right? So I mentioned the smart contracts also. So it's a term used to describe computer code, right? As we have the MOU kind of thing between probably two users, or between the user and the bank, or between the user or any organization. So smart contracts is a term used to describe computer code that automatically executes all or parts of an agreement and is stored on the blockchain-based platform. All right. The code can either be sole manifestation of the agreement between the parties, or might complement a traditional text-based contract and execute certain provisions such as transferring funds from party A to party B. And you can relate this thing with the real estate also, when builder is a seller and buyer is a customer, and they have this kind of MOU, which we need to register this agreement, right, which becomes a paper of the property. All right. So same thing happens here also, but it is in the digital format. So the code itself is replicated across multiple nodes of blockchain, right? uh, Reason being, say builder will sell some property to user to buyer A, then buyer A will sell to buyer B, then buyer B will sell to buyer C. So it has a series of agreement, right? It has a series of smart contracts. So therefore the benefits from the security, permanence, and immutability that a blockchain offers, which is quite secured. And that replication also means that each new block is added to the blockchain, the code is in fact executed. So as you add buyers, so buyer A, then B, buyer C, buyer D, buyer E, so every time you see the block is being added, right, which has the record of the previous one also. So, for example, there is a buyer E. So, buyer E, this block would have the record of D, C, B, and A all together. So, it would be this block. You see how efficient the smart contract has become in that case, if you try to understand the series of selling in that case. So, if the parties have indicated by initiating a transaction, then that certain parameters have been met, that the code will execute the step triggered by those parameters, right? If no such transactions has been initiated, the code will not take any step. So this thing is not possible. This modification kind of thing is not possible in that case, right? So that is the advantage out of it. So exchanges in DeFi, in decentralized finance. All right. So this decentralized exchange are one of the essential functions of DeFi, with the maximum amount of capital locked compared to other DeFi protocols. So decentralized exchange allows user to exchange or swap token which is given as a reward to the user. So with this DX allow user to exchange or swap tokens with other assets without a centralized or any custodian. Traditional exchanges, what happens nowadays, or what we have been doing since years, traditional exchanges offer similar options, but the investment offered are subject to the exchange, and it will cost. It depends upon the of the entire project. So the extra cost on each transaction is another negative aspect of this centralized exchange with DX address, decentralized address. So that is a advantage over this decentralized finance has a future in this world. So we observe a quantum leap in the new possibility of the functionalities of money through the innovations of distributed ledger technology. So this distributed ledger technology, we talk about BT itself, when the BT has significant role in the finance, how the things are getting distributed and decentralized. Each one of them, I mean, everyone can take part in the governance of DeFi protocols, right? Because there is no centralized authority. So each user is is autonomous enough or empowered enough to get a seat at the table where the world of decentralized finance is actively created. The DeFi space is gradually catching up with the traditional financial system, and despite some of the obstacles which are certain while operating on the bleeding edge of innovation, the world of decentralized finance is on the path of prosperity. So things will go up, and when we see more and more users are getting into this DeFi, because they have also understood I can directly communicate and do the business with somebody who is also interested with the same and having the same mindset. All right. So the point where the DeFi and the fintech map are merging, right? So we'll have an inflection point where the nascent financial technology is just part of a new financial system. So probably when we'll see the DeFi, then it will take a very different shape where it is likely to see the elimination of centralized authority. All right. Well, again, I say the user will be empowered and autonomous enough to have the transactions and do the business with rest of the users who have the similar mindset. All right. So you see, lastly, the NFT, a non-fungible token. So, which is the extended of extension of this DeFi. So, before we dive into this non-fungible token, we can also see the fungible and non-fungible token. So, in simple terms, fungible token can be defined as something that can be replaced with another object. For example, any property, any gold or ornament or diamond kind of thing. Right. So non-fungible, it is exactly the opposite of fungibility. So something unique and irreplaceable. So which cannot be replaced, non-fungible. An autographed book or a rare old coin is not non-fungible, as they both cannot be easily replaced. Comparison with the currency. This NFT also allows us to buy and sell ownership of the unique digital items. NFT are basically blockchain tokens representing a unique digital item. NFT can represent almost anything like art, graphics, music, video, image, or anything which has the ownership of somebody, right? So they can only have one official owner at a time, right? And they are secured by the Ethereum blockchain, which is quite new. So it is not like one official owner; it can have joint ownership also. So no one can modify the record of ownership or copy paste a new NFT into the existence. This kind of, because we all know if it happens in the BT, then that modification or tampering is quite difficult. All right, next to impossible. So what can we sell as an NFT? So anything that depends on the imagination of its creator, right? So we have taken these soft properties like videos, images, art, stickers, audios, or animation kind of thing. So one can basically sell anything as NFT, non-fungible. So you can even sell your tweets. All right. So I mean, this is quite possible also. And the reason being why it has impact, because somebody who tweets on this Twitter, so the cost of it can be observed on the basis of the impact which the tweet has on the people, how many followings and how many people are retweeting on that. So on the basis of that, the cost of the tweet can be observed as an NFT. Various people have sold various items NFT, right? So these things are recorded. We can also get into that sometime down the line. So this is all about the couple of dimensions of blockchain when we get into that. Okay, so finance is very important. We are moving towards a decentralized financial system with the help of blockchain technology, and we all know that as more people will get into that, it will take a differentiate out of it some years down the line. All right. So considering this all, now we are going to move to the gaming portion. I mean, in that case, so before I get into this gaming, I just need to understand: do we have all the people with me? You can respond through yes, no. Are you all there? You can unmute and speak up also quickly. I can how all right. Quickly you can respond here, yes, no. So that I can start explaining to the
Ignore the one.
all right. And how can you change the slide?
Right? Yes, sir.
Okay, यहाँ से. Okay. All right. So now I'm coming to the gaming portion. Okay. All right. Slide is visible. Again, I switched into it. All right,
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to this gaming section, right? I have already circulated the WhatsApp chat link. Okay. So this is the game we are going to play, which is the scrambled word today, and all the terms are related with the talk. I mean, whatever we have discussed just now, last 15-20 minutes. Okay. So, but there's a format. Okay. So there would be a series of terms displayed on your screen. It will be displayed on the WhatsApp screen also, right? So this is the sequence of the problem. This is the sequence of this term. You have to reassemble all the alphabets in the term, make a meaningful word, and you have to offer your answer in a prescribed manner. So this is the solution sheet which I'll share in the WhatsApp itself. So in this format only, you have to offer your remark, your first correct answer, second correct answer, third correct answer, your name, and likewise. Okay. So possible answers would be if somebody finds out the correct correct term, first term, which is TA, and then say I have found and I have written my name. Somebody say Suresh has found the fourth term, which is subject. You see, this is the subject. Fourth term is subject and fourth is data. All right. So he can offer his answer like this, but in the same format, in this format itself, right? The problem would be if I find first term correct and will offer my remark like that in the WhatsApp, so it will not be acceptable. This kind of thing will not be again acceptable, right? So one has to offer the answer in that format only, right? So ultimately, see, this format will come out after all the exercises in this way. So I want the complete solution of or rearrangement of all the alphabets in that way itself, right? And each one of you can offer only 3 correct remarks. I mean, 3 solutions can be offered by single individual. And believe me, this we are going to play in the group. It's not individual approach. So if you try to play individually, then you will not enjoy. So play in the group and you see how effectively we can play the entire game in a classroom. All right. So this is the way. I hope this is clear to all of you. Is this clear? Or do I need to explain once again? This is the series of words I'm going to give you, right? This is the correct solution format. This is the way you can offer your remark. This is the way you can offer your solutions. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the ultimate output. This is the ultimate output we should have on the WhatsApp itself. These things are wrong approach. If you have some one answer, if you need to post in the WhatsApp, this will spoil the essence of the game, right? So just requesting you to be careful. Okay. Is this clear? Yes, no? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shankaran PS. So yes. So this is not the right approach. That's why I was telling you, do not offer your answer individually. All right. So every time you have to offer your remark in that format only. All right. Yeah. Chitransh, Karthik Rane, and Jagannath. They are my coordinators. Are you all there in the group?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be here in the Google Meet, right? But we will play in the WhatsApp so that I can, if I need to speak up, I have to speak here itself, and then we'll play. So, are we all prepared? Ready? Shall we start now? Jyotish sir?
Yes, sir.
Shall we go ahead with the game?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Go ahead.
So, ladies and gentlemen, all come on the WhatsApp. Jagannath, you post first the answer, the answers format quickly, and make sure that all the participants can post in the group. Post the solution format. Are you done, Stransh?
Yes, sir. I have posted.
Right, now post the problems quickly. I repeat once again, you have to offer your remark in the prescribed format. Individual answer would be difficult to compile it. So there are 50 terms. There are 50 terms I have scrambled. Serial number correct. Okay. These are the no. Who is this? Is Jagannath, Karthik, and have close eye on it.
Yes, sir.
You see, the beauty of this game is we all are sitting not together, but we are playing together. We all are sitting in the remote places. And we have imposing time limit also. Let us get the entire solution out of it in next 20 minutes. We have only 20 minutes. And who is this? I mean, welcome. No. Wolverine, will you cooperate? This is not the right approach. I request you. Oh, come on. I must expect the answers now. You all must find out what the right term is. See, number 26. SRLEU. Uma Devi. Oh my God. Uma Devi, Sanjay Prasad. I'm sorry. Approach is absolutely wrong. Sanjay Prasad, absolutely wrong approach. No, Wolverine, it's wrong approach. Again, be careful. I am yet to get the right answers. Yeah. Yes, Chitrans has given the clue, the way they have to give the answer. Leisure, 46, Wolverine, correct answer. Now it is right. Let me acknowledge this also. So this is the way you need to move on, correct. No, Shankaran, you delete your answer. Uma Devi, please delete. Uma Devi ji, please delete. Uma Devi ji, please delete. Shankaran ji, you please also delete. Requesting you. Vechevillain, that's correct. There are few participants like Suresh ji, Suresh Garu, Vechevillain Garu, Hemnath Garu. Whoever post is, please takes the previous record also. You have to post it the previous, otherwise you will not be able to find the correct solutions out of it. Right. So before you post your answer, see what somebody has posted so that you can just add on it. Otherwise, you will not be able to find the solutions of all 50 terms. Never. So before you offer, just take a look on the previous one before you post your answer, just take a look of the previous correct answer sheet. Who has over the whosoever had the offered the answers, then only you can add it only. Otherwise, will not be able to find the solve the 50 questions. Shankaran Garu, that's fine, but you see you forgot 46 number 50. Chitrans has solved the 50, which is hash. So just observe the previous response and post your answer there itself. Jyoti sir?
Yes, sir.
The instructions are clear, sir? Guidelines?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. If any confusion problem, kindly let me know so that we can revive immediately.
I think now they have been doing correctly once in the apply for different formats, and now they have been come to the format.
Correct. So, ladies and gentlemen, just focus on the previous response who have offered the right answers. You have to just post up, add your answers so that we can have the correct 50 terms. We have 12 minutes more. So, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you all, so be a little fast. We do not have unlimited time. You're expected to just focus on the things which we discussed this morning, first 15-20 minutes. So all the terms were taken from there itself. Lavanya ji, please delete your answer. Sanjay Prasad, perfect. I must appreciate it. You are perfectly on the right path. Sanjay Prasad ji, Sanjay Prasad Garu, correct. Sangran Garu has given 2 right answers. So 44 database, the one who has offered this database, I need to know the name also. Who has, I think Sanjay Prasad Garu, he has Shobhaji Garu, please go ahead. 48 Jyoti sir, very nice sir. But you have to append on the previous right format, sir.
Yes, sir, I will do it, sir.
Yeah, Sanjay Prasad Garu, he has offered the right things. Requesting all the ladies and gentlemen, please come forward. All the words are very simple. Just need to, and Lavanya Garu, delete your answer. Not acceptable. I can't accept it.
Sir, I can able to understand the objective, what actually you are doing in this exercise, that we are having some kind of chaining to be given for each and every activity which is posting in the WhatsApp. Is it right, or any other additional things to be made?
No, sir, that's the only thing. That's why I had requested you to post the WhatsApp group in the session. Those who will understand the guidelines will be able to play this thing carefully. But we have given this thing. People are coming on the right path, sir. It's okay. We will give them 10 more minutes because I need to have the solutions out of it. Sir, so I would suggest, sir, dear participants, I would suggest, see, this is the teamwork. So I would suggest 2 or 3 individuals can take a lead, make a group of 4 or 5. Right, take a lead, make a group of 4 or 5, solve yourself, and there would be somebody who will be only posting the right answers in the right format. So this is the way quickly we can have the answer. Believe me, the entire problem can be solved in 10 minutes only. So somebody can take a lead, make a group of 4 or 5, and each one will solve only 4 or 5 words, and this way you will get the answer quickly.
Are you on the line?
Yes, sir.
So, as our guest has been told, that make a team of 1 or 4 members and try to consolidate all the answers and make it over to post. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Individually, we have played so many games. Now see how it makes a difference than when 50 or 60 people will play this kind of game. Sir, believe me, I had this experience of making more than 400 people played in one go.
Oh, fine, sir. Great, sir.
So, sir, teamwork is very important. If people are working in a team, believe me, 10 minutes, the entire problem would be solved. Because this is going to check your patience. This is going to check your critical thinking. This is going to check your response also on the quick questions. Gyanamurthy Garu, Very nice. You have already offered three answers. That's fine. Now stop working on it, or you can continue working. You can help somebody to post answer here. Gyaramurti ji, you can continue finding solutions, but help somebody who can post the right answer. Sanjay Prasad ji, you are writing. I mean, you are offering very correct, but mention your name also. I think 44, 49 by Sanjay Prasad Garu. Hemnath ji, right? Again, right? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there are few terms which are very easy to find out. Number 15, number 14, small terms. Number 23, 24, 26, 27, 29, 48, 49, 50. He has already given the answer. 48, Jyotish sir has already given the answer. All right. So, okay. Sankaran Garu, all right. Shalini ji, fine. Okay. Gayatri ji, I regret, but I need to make you out. Otherwise, you delete immediately. Gayatri ji, you delete. Please delete. Requesting you to delete it. Your response. She has done a very good homework, but she must see. Gayatri ji, I would suggest you. No, Sanjay Prasad ji, you have to delete it. Quickly delete it, because Gayatri ji, you must see these terms have already been solved by somebody. All right. So my suggestion, yeah, you delete your Sanjay Prasad Garu, you delete this response. And I would suggest Gayatri ji, you just make a group and help people posting their answers here itself, so that you will be finding this complete immediately.
Okay, sure.
Ask somebody to post here. I repeat it, this is the teamwork, right? Your individual performance is not going to be counted. How quickly the entire class is going to solve this puzzle is very important. Individually, you might have played millions of times, but you see how this teamwork will give you the satisfaction and the level of joy. Shankaran ji, you have offered 4 answers, so I would suggest you to, if you have solved some questions, then help somebody post here. 47 is number. We can go for additional 8 minutes. 10 minutes more. There is a final outcome. Garu, you have also this thing. Okay, but you have not noticed the previous responses. You just posted blindly. You just delete this thing. I request you. Garu, please. I repeat, ideally, how you can play this game, make a group of just say 5. Out of 5, 4 will be solving puzzles and 1 will be only posting the right answers here itself. All right. So this is the way you can quickly solve it. Garu, I repeat once again. Hema Darshini ji, please delete this. Vishnu, delete it. Vishnu ji, please delete it. Because you have not noticed the previous response and you have offered your remarks. More than 3. There is someone who is offering 10 responses. So ideally, I would suggest you take lead from this session. Somebody take a lead and compile this. Somebody can take a lead and see all the previous response, not all the previous responses, couple of responses, and find out which one is left, and then you start working on it. And it can be done in the next 5 minutes. 9 minutes more. We have to conclude it also. Yeah, Jyoti sir, correct. This is the right approach, sir.
Yes, sir.
Chitrans, just let me know which are the numbers which have been not attempted at all. Karthik and Chitrans Jagannath, kindly let me know and post here which numbers are completely untouched. No one has ever solved it. Yeah, Kokila ji, again, I should not accept. I should not appreciate it also. So just delete it and see what Jyoti sir posted just now. Chitrans?
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 42, 38,
post
42, 43.
Then post
Okay.
there itself the numbers which have been untouched completely. So people can attempt that, and it will help somebody who is this thing. Uma Devi ji, not acceptable. Please help. Uma Devi ji, please delete your answer. Anyone at this stage, I tell you, anyone who can even notice the previous response will be able to find out what are the untouched. Gayatri ji, now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers you have offered. You help somebody post right answers in the correct format. I think we should go ahead with this. 7 minutes more only. Ladies and gentlemen, requesting you to be little okay. All right. Although I had put the restriction that anyone can offer only 3 correct remarks. Please go ahead. We have 6 minutes more. We have to sum up also. Chitrans, we can allow at this stage 3 more. So 4 answers can be acceptable. If somebody who is offering 4 remarks, we need to accept them. And now you see how many, which are the numbers which are untouched, Chitrans. If you can post here in the chat quickly and repeatedly. Quickly and repeatedly. Which are the numbers? 4 answers are acceptable, that's fine. Hema Darshini ji. Answers she has given. 10 to 16, nobody has ever attempted it. Gyanamurthy Garu, you can focus on number 20. You have given the wrong answer. Nobody is replacing that also. Gyanamurthy Garu.
Sir, I post the correct answer, contact, sir.
Gyanamurthy ji?
Yes, sir. Again, I post the correct answer, contact.
Okay, but okay. Manik Nandan ji, you need to see the previous answers. This is not the way we should accept it. So you have solved wonderfully, but I'm so sorry. Just delete it. Sanjay Prasad ji, you post in the right format. 5 minutes more. Still I'm unable to find the complete correct answer sheet. Yeah, Sanjay Prasad ji, that's fine. So we are just few questions, few alphabets which are left. 4 minutes more. We are very close. Ladies and gentlemen, requesting you to be quick. Jyoti sir, you are also playing very well. I'm so happy.
Actually, it looks interesting. I think we can put it as a instead of teaching learning process to be in one way. That's why I also make the students to be available over there. So this will be we can add it as one of the mind map like a session to the students also. This is really interesting actually.
Yeah. So sir, last year I told you it was more I think 423 participants pan India,
Okay.
and we had played 3 games in 2 days. So that was the FDP kind of thing. 2 days, 3 games.
Oh, sir, how many set of keywords you given, sir, that moment of time?
Sorry, sir.
How many moments of keywords like you given over the 50 keywords now? When you saying
no, that was 3 different games. This was one, and another I had this crossword, and one more was on the snake and ladder. Ludo, snake, ladder. You might have heard about this. The kids play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I normally develop games on the basis of the conventional games which we play in our childhood. Okay. So that I have tried to inculcate in the teaching learning practices in my classroom. So I took it, conducted more than I think 13. This is the 13th or 14th session I'm conducting today. Okay. So participants can also implement similar thing in their classrooms, and they will see the wonderful results. I tell you, sir.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes, we can move forward, sir, in this regarding the teaching learning process, as you told, that we can move forward and do some kind of exercise. Really, it's good.
Sure, sir, because ultimately outcome-based education is the goal, and we need to ensure what is the outcome, how we have improved the learning, or generated the interest out of the learners.
So, this is the method you started from after the pandemic, you started this kind of exercise, or previously had?
No. Immediately after this pandemic, in the first session was in the month of June 2020.
Okay. Yes.
So that was the advantage of this pandemic I took, because the people sitting at home, let us play together.
Fine.
So, okay, all right. We are reaching towards the goal. Chitrans, just point out untouched terms 13, 14, 15, 16. 20, 𝐑𝐞𝐬𝐨𝐽 ji, all right. We have 3 minutes more only. We have to sum up. So, ladies and gentlemen, I request you to please somebody take a lead and fill the sheet. Somebody please take a lead, coordinate with yourself. And I again repeat, this is the teamwork. You have to work in a team until, otherwise this is not going to be solved. A single individual is not going to solve it. And that will not fulfill the purpose out of this game also. Let us play all together, grow all together. The time has come when we need to move on with the collaboration rather than the competition. All right. Let us grow together. Okay. 47 is number. Okay. I think the question is some. Chitran, just check in the problem 47 number, the spelling is correct. Gyanamurthy ji, number 35. This is not the right answer. Just 2 minutes more. 2 minutes more. 35 is not the right answer. I ask you to correct it. Somebody might have done it also. Karthik and Jagannath, just take a look on the right answers. Do we have all the correct answers? Jagannath and Karthik, quickly scan it. All the correct answers. We are having just 1 minute left. No, right answers. All the participants who have offered all the right answers, do we have the right answers, or like 35 number is not right one, but still Gyanamurthy ji has offered it. So we need to correct decentral capital. Gyanamurthy ji, 20 number is again not right. (47) 35 not right answer. I am asking repeatedly. No, who has posted this thing? You go for the last minute. It's magical minute. 60 seconds. We will start with the down counter. Okay, 60. Okay, 59. I should not go for down counter, but again, 43 is incorrect. 50 seconds more. All right. 40 seconds more. 30 seconds more. Chitrans, at the end, you have to disable all the participants to send the messages. Okay. After 20 seconds. 20 seconds more. Chitrans, got it?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah. 15 seconds more. 10 seconds more. Now allow me to go for down counter. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, okay, 3, 2, and then 1. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Chitrans, stop it. All right. Okay, so, and how many numbers are untouched, Chitrans? Unanswered? Quickly. Jagannath, meanwhile, all the correct last message, last post, you see how many correct answers we have? Any incorrect answers, in fact. If you are able to find out, Jagannath, quickly post here. And Karthik, post the right answer quickly in the chat box. I mean, in the WhatsApp here itself. Post the right answers. 43 is incorrect. Yeah, this is the right answer. So, all right. Jyoti sir and ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how much you liked it or not, but I really feel so involved when I float this kind of gaming, particularly in my teaching journey or any sessions kind of thing, right? So in fact, on coming Wednesday, I have another session on the same pedagogy in a college in a university, in fact, in the New Bombay. All right. So with this, I would urge you all, if you go for this practice if you try to inculcate your practice in teaching, this kind of thing in the teaching and learning, then believe me, you would have different results to be seen, right? I have done publications also in Springer on the basis of this OBE, including my gaming pedagogy, right? So take any subject, you can develop a couple of games, go to your childhood. I have developed game on Ludo, Snake and Ladders, tic-tac-toe. Okay, so it will add a different flavor in the teaching learning style. Okay, so lastly, I would also request you to offer your impact analysis here itself. So I'm posting just a sample here itself, impact analysis kind of thing. So I've posted just a sample. Chitrans, enable all the participants to post so that they can post messages also in the group, right?
Okay,
so okay, so Jyotish sir, I have posted one impact analysis kind of thing. So this is just
Yes,
a sample, whatever they feel, whatever they have experienced through in last 1.5 90 minutes or during playing this particular game, right? So I would love to read that. Okay, and probably it will also open the path for the next set of learners, because we all are teachers, and it is our duty to put or include innovations in the teaching learning also, because we believe our students to be creative and innovative. So until unless we will be innovative, then I think we'll be doing justification when we become creative, particularly in the teaching and learning. So it was amazing experience with you all, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm so happy, right? And thank you so much, Jyoti sir. Thanks a lot.
Sir, I want to make a thanks to you and as well as Professor Suresh sir, who has given a good opportunity for us to identify the right person, especially in the teaching learning process. I think we can have a separate meet with our faculty members. I think our faculty members also available now. And yesterday itself, I given conversation with our faculty members, and personally, I told about you that which the reference by our advisor, Dr. Suresh sir, as he told that. About Dr. Ravi Prakash, who is a very energetic person, especially in the teaching learning process. You have a contact with them and make it some use of it. Let know about sharing of knowledge, especially this kind of aspects will really admire us, and we can able to know this kind of opportunity in what way we can apply to our students over here. As you told, like maybe in the teaching learning process, this will be one of the good ingredient for the teaching learning process to as well as to the outside of faculties, and students also enjoy this particular session. Thank you, sir.
Sir, actually, Dr. Suresh is senior and my senior. He has been so generous to me, right, sir? I have received so many blessings from him. He's the chairman of CSI Mumbai chapter, and
Yes, sir,
we all
yes,
are in the committee, right, sir? So I'm grateful to him also for this, in fact, opportunity. I got a chance to meet you all virtually, right, sir? So requesting you all just offer your impact analysis, right, sir? And
sir, we can post the impact analysis. What the students have like to have a feedback in the session itself. Am I right, sir?
Please. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. God bless. Take care. Thank you. Thank God.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So good afternoon to everyone for the wonderful gathering for the session 2 for the faculty development program on cybersecurity and blockchain technology. In the first session, we have interaction with Dr. Ravi Prakash, an associate professor of EDEN training placement of KC College of Engineering, who has given how the teaching learning process can be applied with the blockchain technology. And now we have an eminent person, an young and dynamic person, Mr. Ajinkya Logari, and CTO of and founder of DAY Security and Ethical Hacker from Mumbai, who is going to admire us in the field of cybersecurity. And he's having a vast experience in the knowledge of cyber and as well as in blockchain technology. So on behalf of Department of Computer Science Engineering, Arunai Engineering College, in association with Computer Society of India, and as well as the Mumbai chapter and the Institution Innovation Council of Arunai Engineering College, and actively taking over to this progressive in the name of a Cyber Club Open Web Application project. So I welcome you, sir, for this particular session. Now I request Mr. Ajinkya Logari to take over the session. Please, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. So from India, indeed, my name is Ajinkya,
and I am a computer security guy, and I know what you think about computer security guy. Computer security guy are the one who are always telling you to know. No, you can't do that. No, you can't use that services. No, you cannot set up that new thingy. You can't buy and use that device is not in our network. So I am sick and tired of telling people no. So I have decided the change the way I'm working, and from now on, every time somebody come and asking me whether they want to do something in our network or start enable some new services or start doing something new, and that time I will always say yes. Yes, that's okay. Yes, you can. Yes, but. Yes, but because of course we have to take computer security into consideration in everything we do. But we can't let it the security slow us down. We can't let it the security keep us down, because we all are working on the internet. We all are working on at a very high phase of innovations, and we can't let it the security slow us down. We should be thinking about security is an enabler, security as an enabler, and security is what enables us to do what we want to do. And today's keeping everything is everything 100% safe and secure at all the time. It is impossible. Means there is no 100% security, right? Means right now your each and every single device is connected to the internet. Means your oven is a computer which makes things hot. Your refrigerator is a computer which makes things cold. Your camera is a computer with lens and shutter. Then your ATM machine is a computer with money inside. Then your smart bulbs are the computer that shine bright when someone flips switch on and off. Means everything is connected to the internet, means everything is vulnerable. Everything is hackable. So my first question to all of you now, are you really safe on the internet? Yes or no? Are you really safe on the internet? Please post your answer in chat box. Are you really safe on the internet? Yes or no? Okay. So you are not at all safe on the internet. Why? Because right now your each and every single device is connected to the internet. Right now your Aadhaar card is attached to your bank account. Means your retina, your fingerprint is attached to your Aadhaar card. Your Aadhaar card is linked to your bank account. And there are a lot of mobile phone companies provide you different kind of facility like face recognition and fingerprint sensors, and we people using it because we want digitalization, right? But at the same time, mobile phone companies knows everything about you. They only want your Aadhaar card number and they can access your things. And whether you like it or not, each and every single device is spying on you. I repeat once again, whether you like it or not, each and every single device is spying on you. And we people carry those smartphones everywhere. So you are not at all safe on the internet. And you know what? Indian people or we people just follow the omitting revolution. Now, what is the omitting revolution? We just post the information on the social media platform. We shared our personal information on Facebook. We shared our professional information on LinkedIn. And at the end of the day, people talking about security and privacy, right? So you are not at all safe on the internet, because right now data is the new oil and you already shared your information with different platforms, right? So you are not at all safe on the internet. Then my next question to all of you now, what's the biggest lying on the internet? What's the biggest lying on the internet? And the biggest lying on the internet is that I have read the terms and conditions. I accept to the license and agreement. What's the biggest lying on the internet? And the biggest lying on the internet is that I have read the terms and conditions. I accept to the license and agreement. And I knew people lie on the internet. And how do we know this? Because we haven't read the terms and conditions. We do not read the terms and conditions. Then what? We clicked OK. Like, what the hell is that? How do we know this? Because we set up a free internet hotspot in Mumbai region, and we provide the free internet to all the users who accept our terms and conditions. And our terms and conditions mention that using this kind of Wi-Fi, you have to give your firstborn child baby to Mr. Ajinkya. And if you don't have a child, we will take your favorite pet animal. And at the end of the day, all the hailing people clicked OK. Like, what the hell is that? So please read the terms and conditions carefully before accepting anything. Okay? Before accepting anything. That's it. That's like biggest lying on the internet. Then next one, if you want to check your account has been compromised or not in some data thefts or in some data breaches, please visit here. That is, have I been pawned? If you want to check your account has been compromised or not in some data theft or in some data breaches, please visit here. That is, have I been pawned? Check if you have an account that has been compromised in data breach. So all I have to do is please visit the website here. Okay. Please visit the website, that is, have I been pawned? And then wait a minute. Okay, have I been pawned? Now all I have to do is just type your contact number or the email address here. I just type my dummy account here. For example, @1@gmail.com. Okay, and then click here. That is pawn. Now we can check here my account. My dummy account has been compromised in one data breach. That is Canva. So Canva in May 2019, the graphic design tool website Canva suffered a data breach that impacted 137 million subscribers, and the exposed data included email addresses, username, name, cities of residence, and password stored as a big hashes for users not using the social logins. So if you want to check your account has been compromised or not, please visit here, have I been pawned, and check your account. Then I suggest you another tool, that is Dehashed. What? Dehashed. Dehashed. Okay, that is free the password. Do the same thing, type your contact number or the email addresses and click here to view our updated search operators and check your account has been compromised or not. And then the another one, that is OSINT framework, that is open source intelligence tool, open source intelligence framework. So you can check here. Now what is the open source intelligence framework? So OSINT framework focused on gathering information from free tool or the resources, and the intention is to help people find free open source intelligence resources. Okay. Now, if you want to verify your email addresses, please click here. That is email addresses, then email verifications. You can verify your emails with using the verify email, or the another one, that is email validator, or the another website, that is email reputation. Okay. Simple email reputations, then the email verification, and the verify your email. So if you want to verify your email addresses, please visit here and access the different links. The next one, if you want to check your account has been compromised or not, please click here. These are the different websites available here. That is, have I been pawned, Dehashed, 𝐸. Okay, so just type your URL, just type your contact number or the email address, and then check your account has been compromised or not. Okay. Then, if you want to access the IP address information or the location information, these are the different websites available here. Then if you want to access the social networks, these are the different resources you can access through different websites, that is Facebook, Twitter, then the Reddit, then the LinkedIn. Okay. Then how to detect your phishing links? How to detect your phishing links? So please visit here, that is malicious file analysis or the trade intelligence. If you want to detect the phishing links, please visit here, that is phishing, and please visit here, that is fish tank. Now, what is a fish tank? If you want to detect the phishing links, please type or please post your link here. And then what is the phishing? Phishing is a fraudulent attempt usually made through the email to steal your personal information. And what is a fish tank? Fish tank is a collaborative clearinghouse for data and information about phishing on the internet. Also, fish tank provides an open API for developers and the researchers to integrate anti-phishing data into their applications at no charge. So if you want to detect the phishing, please visit here, fish tank, or another one, that is fish tank or the fish tanks. Okay, fish tank and fish tanks, fighting phishing and the cybercrime. That's it. The next one. Right now, each and every single device is connected to the internet. Means your privacy is also connected to the internet. All of you heard about the smart mattress? Do you know anything about smart mattress? No? Okay. So basically, smart mattress made in Spain. What? Smart mattress made in Spain. And there are a lot of sensors inside the smart mattress. Then they will have an app. Means if you are outside your home and if your bed is used in suspicious way, the hailing app will warn you if your bed is used or not. Like, what the hell is that? Means your privacy is also connected to the internet. I repeat once again, smart mattress made in Spain. There are a lot of sensors inside the smart mattress. Then they will have an app. Means if you are outside your home and if your bed is used in suspicious way, The hailing app will warn you if your bait is used or not. So let's watch a video here. Okay, until now. Means your partner isn't faithful, but your smart mattress is. Okay, means your privacy is also connected to the internet. And always keep two things in your mind. Number one, the security properties of computers and smartphones will become the properties of everything. And second is that all the lessons you learn from the computer security apply to everything and anything. Okay, and one more thing, how to preserve your security and privacy, how to protect yourself from such a kind of internet threats. Number one, always turn on the notifications on have I been pawned, so you can check your account has been compromised or not. Number two, don't use same password everywhere, because once your account compromised now, everything compromised. So don't use the same password everywhere. Number three, always make backup of your data. Always make backup of your data, because there's a lot of ransomware, viruses, worm, or the ransomware infect your system, encrypt your file, and ask you to pay some sort of amount. So always make backup of your data, right? And number four, don't use untrusted Wi-Fi. Don't connect any hardware devices to your laptop. Okay? And one more thing, don't use antiviruses. Don't use antiviruses. And how many of you think, please tell me one thing, how many of you think that antivirus softwares really work? Okay, how many of you think that antivirus softwares really work? So basically, in the underground hacking community, there will be a lot of the people who will argue a lot of the times that the antivirus companies created their own viruses, sprayed on the internet and selling you accountability. In the underground hacking community, there will be a lot of the people who will argue a lot of the times that the antivirus companies created the different sort of viruses, sprayed on the internet and selling you accountability. Because right now, everyone is just doing a business, right? Everyone is just doing a business. No one is taking care of your security. No one is taking care of your privacy. Because right now, data is the new oil. And we shared our information with different platforms, right? And one more thing, recently the Israel Institute of Technology collected the 82 new viruses, ran against the malware detection engine, like top branded antiviruses. And the very first initial stage, the antiviruses only detected 5% of malware. So what about the 95%? Means everyone is just doing a business. No one is taking care of your security. No one is taking care of your privacy. And if you can't protect it, no, don't collect it. If you can't protect it, don't collect it. That's it. Then next one. There are a lot of websites of the application provide you different kind of scenarios like make your password perfect, and at that time your position. Okay. Here we go. Then, next questions to all of you now. How many of you were using LinkedIn in 2012? How many of you were using LinkedIn in 2012? And if you are using LinkedIn in 2012, you were hacked. Well, you weren't hacked, but your information was hacked, because LinkedIn was hacked in 2012, and Mark Zuckerberg had an account on LinkedIn, and the Mark Zuckerberg LinkedIn account was hacked in 2012. And all of you know he's a smart guy. Obviously, he's a smart guy. So the LinkedIn database became a public in the last summer. I go through and check the Mark Zuckerberg LinkedIn password. And by the way, Mark Zuckerberg LinkedIn password was da. What? Mark Zuckerberg LinkedIn password was da. And he wasn't using da at his password on Facebook. I'm guessing he was using da at his password on Facebook. And to make worse, Mark using same password almost everywhere. And this is really a stupid idea. In many cases, and all of you know he's a smart person, right? In many cases, we did a survey in which we asked people about their password manager. And when we ask people about their password manager, people say they only used one password. And they say they only use one password, means their password manager only have one password and they use the one password almost everywhere. So don't use the same password everywhere, okay? Then always use password in your mother tongue. Make a password in your mother tongue, okay? Or just post the website name. Make a website name so no one can beat you, no one can crack your password. That's safe. And one more thing, Gmail is the single system sign for whole internet. What? Gmail is the single system sign for whole internet. So you can still find out your 8-year back emails with using Gmail, right? I repeat once again, Gmail is the single system sign for whole internet. So you can still find out your 8-year back emails with using Gmail. And one more thing, every single login page of online store has a magic button, and the magic button says, I have forgotten my password. Now, how hacker makes money with your data? So basically, hacker resell your information to the other hackers, and they can access your compromised email accounts. What? They can access your compromised email accounts. So don't use the same password everywhere, okay? Because every single login page of online store has a magic button, and the magic button says, I have forgotten my password, right? I hope you all understood. Fine. Then next one. All of you heard about the popcorn ransomware? Do you know anything about the popcorn ransomware? So basically, popcorn ransomware infect your system, encrypt your file, and ask you to pay 1,000 euros. What? Popcorn ransomware infect your system, encrypt your file, and ask you to pay 1,000 euros. And if you don't have 1,000 euros, you need to infect 2 of your friends, and you will get your files back for free. Wow. So just imagine the victim is a home user who doesn't have 1,000 euros, and his memories have been encrypted, like his already pictures and everything, and he wants them back. So you need to infect 2 of your friends, otherwise you need to pay 1,000 euros. So just imagine the first victim doesn't have 1,000 euros, infect 2 more victims. 2 more victims doesn't have 1,000 euros, infect 2 more victims, like goddamn dinosaur. So how to protect yourself from the ransomware? Always make backup of your data. Always make backup of your backup. That's the only solutions we have. Okay? Because right now everybody is just doing a business, and each and every single device is spying on you, whether you like it or not. And every single website, you always accept caches and cookies, okay? So don't accept the caches and cookies all the time. So how to delete, detect, and block all your caches and cookies? Please visit here. That is 𝐳-Zapper. Please download the 𝐳-Zapper and delete, detect, or block all your caches and cookies. So no one can track you. No one can track you, that's it. Block Google cookies, software, okay? That is 𝐳-Zapper. 𝐳-Zapper. Then next one, if you want to learn the cybersecurity kind of stuff, like how to perform the bug bounty, how to find out the bugs in applications or softwares, please visit here tryhackme.com. Tryhackme.com. Okay, and then all you have to do is wait a minute. Tryhackme.com. That is okay. I'm not robot. And then, okay, so if you want to learn the cybersecurity kind of stuff, please visit here. That is learning part, and you need to understand each and every single terminologies before proceeding. Okay, so that is tutorial. and you don't need to connect. Okay, with using the tryhackme.com, you no need to download the Kali Linux operating system. You can directly work with the Kali Linux operating system here. Okay, that is dashboard, and then welcoming task. Okay, or the learn. Okay, learn option here. Second, choose your second options. Okay, that is pre-security. Then the cybersecurity basics. How to find out the bugs. Okay, network fundamentals and cybersecurity introductions. Learning the cybersecurity. So you can check here task number 1, why understanding how the web work is important. To attack the web applications, you need to understand how they work. Hacking website isn't some magical process, but does come down to knowing about how a part of the website functions and being able to identify weaknesses to take advantages of. Okay, so how to find out the bugs in any websites or the application, please visit here, that is the Weboo website. It will take some time. Please check the scenario or the story and then perform your task. So you are an ethical hacker and it's your job to test for security vulnerabilities on Bookface or the facebook.com. So let's look at taking over a user account. You are an ethical hacker and it's your job to test for the security vulnerabilities on the Bookface or the facebook.com. Let's look at the taking over a user account. So click next here. Now, Bookface lets user have public profile. If you notice the URL, it's showing a profile username. Let's copy this and see if you can reset the main password. I repeat once again, Facebook or the Bookface lets user have public profiles. If you notice the URL, it's showing a profile username. Let's copy this and see if you can reset the main password. So copy the main screen here. Okay, copy the main screen, copy, and then click next here. Now, it's common for attacker to target the password reset functionality to look for issues that lets them gain access to the user account. It's common for attackers to target the password reset functionality to look for issues that lets them gain access to the user account. So enter the main username here, paste here, and then click reset password. Now, account reset usually sends an additional code to the user's email to verify that they actually triggered the password reset. Account reset usually sends an additional code to the user's email to verify that they actually triggered the password reset. So Ben will have received an email with 4-digit code, but you can check the conditions here, but we don't have access to his email. So all I have to do is click next here. You need to crack the code with using the brute force attack. Okay. So there are the 10,000 different combination of codes we can enter. We could try increasing them by one by one. That is 001, 002, or the onwards. But that will take forever, right? So you need to crack the code with using the bruteforce.com. So just type the code here, that is 1234, and then submit here. Now you can check here when you submitted a code in the form, your web browser made a web request to Facebook with the relevant form of data. When you submitted a code in the form, your web browser made a web request to Facebook with the relevant form of data. So please type the code once again. That is 1234, and then click submit here. Or click next here. Okay, now you need to crack the code with using the brute force. So you can select the minimum value 10 and the maximum value 10,000 and click here, that is brute force. Now you can check here. Code 1087 is the correct code. So with using the tryhackme.com, you can learn the stuff. You can find out the bugs in the website or the applications. I hope you all understand. If you want to learn the cybersecurity, ethical hacking, pen testing, or the bug bounty kind of stuff, please visit tryhackme.com, or I suggest you another platform, that is YesWeHack. What? YesWeHack. Wait a minute. YesWeHack. Okay, YesWeHack. Global bug bounty platform. Okay. Crowdsource security and vulnerability disclosure. So if you want to learn the bug bounty, or if you want to find out the bugs in the applications, please visit here, that is YesWeHack. Then the another one, that is tryhackme.com, or next one, that is BugCrowd. Okay, another one, BugCrowd. BugCrowd. Okay, so you need to find out the bugs here. So they will provide you some sort of rewards. Okay, that's it. Then next one, car hacking. So in 2015, the two security researchers took over the control of Jeep and car, and they did it from the 15 miles away through the internet connected entertainment system. In 2015, the two security researchers took over the control of Jeep and car, and they did it from the 15 miles away through the internet connected entertainment system. So you can surf the video on the internet. And so hackers use the third-party applications, turn on the webcam, turn on the air conditioning, turns on the wiper, and eventually kill the agent. But this was just a demonstration. This is not a murder attempt. And why this kind of scenarios happens again and again, like car hacking, electrical grid cyber attack, or the bioprinter hacks? Because at their core, everything is connected to the internet. And everything is connected to the internet means everything is vulnerable. Okay, so let's watch a video here. Car hacking.
It's not fun to have your 2-ton SUV's brakes hacked just as you're parking in front of a ditch. Okay, hold on tight. Hold on. Oh. That's what I've learned from Charlie Miller and Chris. Perfect. There's a picture of Charlie and Chris in tracksuits that just appeared on the dashboard. But as I drove down the interstate, things started getting unpleasant and very loud. Perfect. You can't turn it down. Now the air conditioning is blasting, the music is blasting, and I can't see anything because of the windshield wiper fluid.
Okay, do it. Do it. Kill the engine.
So we're killing the engine right now.
It says park sense. Actually can't accelerate. I stomped on the gas, but the Jeep slowed to a crawl.
It says 40 to 30 miles an hour, but I'm not going that fast.
I turned on my hazard lights, but I was still stuck in the radio.
It's so loud.
So it's all about the car hacking and why this kind of scenarios happens, because at their core, everything is connected to the internet. Okay. And just tell me one thing, what is IoT? From your perspective, IoT is just like Internet of Things, right? But from my perspective, IoT is just like Internet of Insecure Thing. Why Internet of Insecure Thing? Okay, why Internet of Insecure Thing? Because right now your stupid device is connected to the internet, like your washing machine. Why your washing machine needs an internet connection? Why your toaster needs an internet connection? Because right now your stupid device is connected to the internet, and every single manufacturer or the designer only wants your data because data is the new oil, right? Everyone wants your data, that's it. So Internet of Things is just like Internet of Insecure Thing, and there are a lot of software, the hardware available on the internet. They can access anything, they can intercept anything, okay, without your consent. So you're not at all safe on the internet. Means your home appliances, your medical devices, everything is connected to the internet. Fine. Then all of you heard about the rubber ducky or the Wi-Fi pineapple. Do you know anything about the rubber ducky or the Wi-Fi pineapple? Rubber ducky or the Wi-Fi pineapple. So basically, rubber ducky just look like your pen drive. If I connect to your laptop only for 5 seconds, I can take full control of it. Or any users take full control of it. That is USB rubber ducky. Just look like your pen drive. Okay. You need to connect to the victim's computer only for 5 seconds, and you can monitor everything from the victim's computer. Then I suggest you another product, that is Wi-Fi pineapple. So basically, Wi-Fi pineapple create a fake hotspot, and when the victims connects to it, you will get all the information about the banking credentials about the victim. Okay, that is Wi-Fi pineapple. Another product, Wi-Fi pineapple, rubber ducky or the Wi-Fi pineapple. That's it. Okay, if you want to purchase the product, please visit here. That is hack5.com. hack5.com. Then if you want to access the darknet, or if you want to access the blocked or the censored content, then please download the Tor browser, the Onion router. If you want to access the blocked content or the censored websites or anything, please visit here, the Onion router. So basically, the Onion router, the Onion router change your IP address, change your locations, and gives you the new locations. So if you are committing a crime, and if you don't want to police it traceable back, just download the Tor browser. Okay, so you can access the things anonymously. No one can track you, no one can beat you. And if Tor blocked in your organization, then I suggest you another thing, that is Orbot. So we're using ORBOT, one of the Android applications. You can serve anonymously. If ORBOT blocked in your organization, then use another one, that is UltraServe. If UltraServe blocked in your organization, then I suggest you some VPN services. Try some VPN services that is not VPN. Okay, and access the blocked or the censored content. We're using Tor or the different VPN services, and always enable the VPN services so no one can track you, no one can beat you. That's it. And you know what? Human being operates on trust. We trust continually throughout the day without even a second thought. We trust the people we pass on the street not to attack us. We trust the people we we trust the driver not to attack us, not to hit us, right? Then we trust the food in our supermarket not to make us sick. And there are a lot of services you have. No choice but to trust. You trust the company that wrote your softwares you are using, like your antiviruses. You trust the company that wrote your operating system, like your Windows operating system or the other operating system. You trust the email services. You trust the cloud services that's handling your data. You trust the ISP provider, internet service provider. And there are a dozen of companies you have no choice but to trust. And the government of those countries and the government of the countries those companies are from, any of them has the capability to support your information and take control of you. So you are not at all safe on the internet, right? So how to protect yourself from such a kind of attack? Always make backup of your data. Don't connect any hardware devices to your laptop. Don't use the antivirus softwares. Don't visit the unwanted website. Don't use the untrusted Wi-Fi. That's the only solutions we have. Okay, fine. The next one. Okay, how to create the phishing links. Gonna create the phishing links. Please visit here. That is user icon of the Selfish. Or the Selfish GitHub. You can find out the GitHub link here. Instead of the Linux, you can work with Google Colab. Just clone the link, copy, open your Google Colab here, google.com, then open your Google Colab. Google Colab. Okay. Now first visit here. You need to sign in first. Okay. Wait a minute. Create a new notebook here. Once you create a notebook, all you have to do is just clone the link. Okay. Need to connect with another one. Cancel. And then here. Okay, fine. Then create a new notebook. And then all you have to do is, okay, I shift clone the link, git clone, shift and enter. Okay, and type the next one, that is ls, shift and enter, then cd Selfish and shift and enter. It will take some time, so please wait. So with using Selfish, you can create the phishing links. With using the fish tank, you can detect the phishing links. Okay. If you want to find out the exact information about the person or the organization, then download the user icon. Then type the next query, that is bash selfish.sh, and then shift and enter. So you need to install the PHP here. So I require the PHP, but it's not installed. Install it apporting. So install the PHP with using apt-get install PHP, and then shift and enter. Okay. Okay, new version, processing trigger. Okay, then type the next one, that is bash selfish selfish.sh, and then shift and enter. Now with using Selfish, you can create the different fake pages link, that is Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and you need to send the same link to the victims. And whenever the victims put their credentials, you will get all the credentials with using Selfish. Okay. So with using Selfish, you can create the phishing links. Then I suggest you another one. If you want to find out the specific person information, then please work with the 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 Okay, user recon. User recon GitHub. Okay, user recon GitHub. Just clone the link from the GitHub. And instead of Alex, now you can work with the Google Colab or the tryhackme.com, best option. Okay, then git, then clone, and then shift and enter. Okay, then type the next query, that is ls, shift and enter, cd, user recon, shift and enter, then type the next query, that is bash, user recon.sh. So how to find out the specific information about a person or the organization, and just type the name of the person, that is 𝐷𝐞𝐬𝐴, and then you can find out the information, okay, and enter. Okay, so you can find out the different information through different social media platforms with using the user recon engine, with using the user recon. Fine. Then why blockchain is so secure? Blockchain is so secure because of peer-to-peer nature of work, because of decentralization, right? It's a distributed system. And there are the three things on each and every block. Number one is block, then number two, that is data, number three, hash, previous block hash, right? That's it. Then recently I go through the different websites. I got one website that is TrumpDump. So basically TrumpDump's website sell the stolen credit card information to the customer. So if you want to purchase the stolen credit card information, please visit here TrumpDumps. Okay, TrumpDumps, one of the finest websites. You can access through the you can access through the Tor browser. Okay, fine. Then if you want to learn how to hack the hardware or the software devices, please visit here, that is Black Hat 2020. Black Hat 2020 with Fishmonger. Read the different white papers, okay? Then perform the check the different presentations and perform your task. Black Hat 2021. That is all-purpose remote access Trojan, automated attack path planning and validation, cloud sniper, then the 𝐊.𝐂 sidekick, find security bugs, hands-on security analysis of selected avionics system using the Triton test bed. Okay, then the large URLs and the data set. Then if you want to find out the Internet of Things information, how to access the public CCTV or the private CCTV cameras, please visit here, that is Shodan. Okay, if you want to access the public or the private CCTV cameras, because Shodan is one of the finest hacking search engines for ethical hacker or the penetration tester. Search engine for the Internet of everything. So Shodan is the world first search engine for internet connected devices, like how internet intelligence can help you make better decisions. Okay, search engines for the Internet of everything. So if you want to access the webcam, please type the query here, that is webcam XP, and then click here, that is search. Okay, so you can easily access the webcams. If you want to access the public private webcams, you need to type the IP address here and then access the private webcams. Okay, one of the finest hacking search engine, because every, like you can find out the refrigerator information, you can find out the water supply chain management information, nuclear plant information through Shodan. Okay, that is network monitoring made easy. Then beyond the wave, monitor network exposures, internet intelligence. Fine. Then if you want to learn the viruses or the worm, please visit here, that is Malware Museum or the Internet Archives. Malware Museum. Malware Museum. Now what is the Malware Museum? So the Malware Museum is a collection of malware programs, usually viruses, that were distributed in the 1980s and 1990s on home computers. Once they infected a system, they would sometimes show animation or the messages that you had been infected. So you can find out the different viruses, worm, or the ransomware here. Okay, that's it. Then how to monitor the victim's computer or the victims, how to monitor the victim's computer, like turn on the webcam, turn on the microphone. So please visit here, That is RAM-𝐶𝐶A, remote access Trojan, RAM-𝐶𝐶A. It's a RAM-𝐶𝐶A. And as per NASCOM, we need the 74,000 ethical hacker. Oh, yo, RAM-𝐶𝐶. Oh, RAM-𝐶𝐶. Okay. RAM-𝐶𝐶, right. RAM-𝐶𝐶. Okay, it's RAM-𝐶𝐶. So with using the RAM-𝐶𝐶, right, you can turn on the webcam, turn on the microphone from the victim's computer. Okay. RAM-𝐶𝐶 is an extensive and powerful remote control software which can be used to fully administrate one or many computers remotely. Okay, you can access the thing remotely, access everything. Okay, turn on the webcam, turn on the microphones. You can take a screenshots and everything through RAM-𝐶𝐶. Okay, fine. The next one. Do you know anything about the Barnaby Jack? One of the finest ethical hacker or the cryptographer hacked different kind of medical devices or the ATM machines, because right now we are reliant on the internet, we are reliant on the electricity, right? Now you can check here the jackpotting process.
Okay, and it'd be nice to cross to the ATM. I think it's for just to make it look in the real world. I just want to see how long it takes. It would start with $1 million bills and switch to bioactive currency, which also doubles bodies.
So it's all about the jackpotting process, and we are reliant on the Windows operating system and the other stuff. Anyway, if you have any queries, please post your queries fast. Can you hear me? My voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please post, participant, please post your queries fast. If you have any queries, please post your queries in chat box.
So regarding that IP address you told about the SEDON, the IoT devices can able to access by taking an IP addresses to be monitored. If it is so, then there are different kinds of corporates as well as an government organization. Those have been available with CCTV cameras like that. So in what way it will be secure over?
Sir, repeat once again. Your voice not clearly audible. Please.
Is it my voice is audible now?
Yes.
Yeah, you told about that SEDON, that IP address we can able to track by an webcams, IP cams and all. We can able to giving by IP address we can able to see over the hacking of details actually.
Mm-hmm. Like you can only find out simple network informations or the weak company's information, not Google or the Amazon informations, because Google, AWS, or the companies spend millions of dollars to protect their systems or anything. Okay.
And as you told that why specifically all the IoT devices want to be connected with an internet. So where it is taking some kind of issues while the IoT devices have been connected with an internet.
So also, if you want to learn the things like like how to find out the IoT kind of stuff or how to protect the IoT related stuff, please visit Black at 2021. You can read the different white papers available there. Okay, I will share the contents with you, like how to protect the IoT devices from such a kind of attack. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure. Participants, if you have any query, please post your queries.
Some set of students also joined over in the session. So can you give some basic idea what is the startup they want to make it once they want to become one of an ethical hacker?
Okay, if you wanna, okay, just do one thing. Please visit here. First grab the basic knowledge from the internet, like tryhackme.com. I suggest you some websites or some courses here. Number one course, that is 𝐶H, Certified Ethical Hacker by AC Council. Okay. Then the another one I suggest you, that is CHFI, Certified Hacking Forensic Investigator, and then LPT, Licensed Penetration Tester. And I suggest you another website here, that is cybrary.it. If you want to learn the cybersecurity or the ethical hacking, please visit here cybrary.it. Cybrary.it. You can find out the 84 plus courses here. Cybrary.it. Wait a minute. Cybrary.it. Okay. And please grab the basic knowledge from tryhackme.com, like how to hack the devices, how to protect your system or the device, how to find out the bugs in the applications. Okay. So please visit here tryhackme.com. Then I suggest you another website, that is HackerStop. HackerStop. And then after the completion of the course, after the completion of the CH, CHFI or the LPT, you can work with the law enforcement. Okay, like CBI, CID or the police department. That is HackerStop. You can find out the different write-ups here. Hacking resources for the beginners. That is bug bounty, then OSCP, then the write-ups, creators, and the mobile pen testing. Like how to find out the vulnerable applications, vulnerability in the Android applications. Okay, so please visit here, tryhackme.com. I suggest you some links here, tryhackme.com. Number 2, that is cybrary.it. You can find out the 84 plus courses. Start from the basics, start from the grab the basic knowledge from the internet. And then I suggest you another website, that is Black Hat 2021, DEBCON. Okay, Black Hat, DEBCON. I suggest you some books. Wait. DEBCON. Wait a minute. Okay. DEBCON. You can learn the stuff from the DEBCON. Okay. DEBCON.org. Wait. Okay, DEBCON.org. Like how to protect your system, how to find out the bugs, how to hack the devices. Okay, so check the different presentations, white papers. Number 1 website, that is cybrary.it. Number 2, that is HackerStop. Then if you want to perform the bug bounty kind of stuff, I suggest you some website here. Number 1, that is BugCrowd. BugCrowd. If you want to learn the CTF kind of challenges, you can grab the content from CTF 101. CTF 101, learn the cryptography kind of stuff, exploitation kind of stuff. Okay, that is forensic, cryptography, web exploitation, reverse engineering, reverse engineer the applications, find out the bugs. Okay, that is capture 101. That's it. And after the completion of the CH and the CHFI or the LPT, you can work with the, because every single MNC's needs and security analyst or the ethical hacker. And the pay scale of ethical hacker, it's around $74,000, like 60 to 70 lakhs per annum. Okay. So you can grab the different courses from AC Council. Don't take the local courses, take global courses. Okay. That's it. And if you have any queries in future, please post your queries on my, wait. If you have any queries, please post your queries on my Instagram or the LinkedIn account. Okay, that is �K𝐞𝐬𝐨𝐵. And another one, second Instagram account, that is Cyberguru Ajinkya. You can post your queries here. And I suggest you some books here. If you want to learn the cybersecurity, privacy kind of stuff, that is Data and Bullet by Bruce Sisler. You can learn the security, privacy, and spying kind of stuff through Data and Bullet, the hidden battles to collect your data and control your world. Okay? Data and Bullet. Fine.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful presentation on cybersecurity. Your information is not only started with the basics, it's given really a practical knowledge for the both faculties as well as the students present over here. And today we have get more informative information regarding the cybersecurity, and we can able to know what kind of an expectations and in how much the way that you want to aware about the cybersecurity in future as well as in the present. So on behalf of the Department of Computer Science Engineering of Arunai Engineering College, I thank you for your wonderful presence to share your knowledge with our faculties and our students. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.